Morning all. Now going fishing in the old chap's boat. Lovely morning. You look on the wind turbines there, it's a bit hazy, but it's blowing off the land, so that's alright. I'll go on for the low water, and look at that, flat calm, nothing to worry about. Bloody lovely, isn't it? A little bit of drizzle, isn't too bad. I even got the oily top on. You can live with that, can't you? Well, the old chap's just taking the chains off the trailer on the going to the boat, raise the engines up so as they don't hit the trailer when they launch, and I now got the ropes on the rollocks ready to launch. You just hold the ropes to stop the boat from slipping, so it can slip slightly. But the beach is quite flat at the minute, so that ain't going to slip. Not a bad thing. I'm going to chuck the ropes. There you go. I'll get the oar. That ain't going to slip anywhere. And before the safety brigade get us, we do not put our life jackets on until we get on board the boat and ready to go. So ropes dangling around, catch that. When you launch, I can pull you over the bloody side and smash you to pieces. So we don't put the life jackets on until we're done and dusted. It doesn't take much of a risk assessment to realise when you're climbing over the backs of the boat and hold the ropes up, they can catch up easy, and they're more of a tether than they are a help. So we don't put the life jackets on until we're on the way. A lovely launch today, wasn't it? Come off a treat. Well, I always do in this boat, because you ain't got a net hauler, all the weight is symmetrical, so it come off the trailer lovely. Mine fall to one side because of the weight of the net hauler. Good. No, it ain't raining now. I think it is. Alright. Can't go up closer. You have to get your wellies wet. You have to get him a electric dive lift the next few years, poor old boy. That's it. Now ready to start the engine. Lovely job. All done and dusted. Well, as it's the low tide, we're now motoring to the southward. We'll go about 1.5 miles to the southward, 2 miles to the southward, and then we'll shoot the gear and then drift back with the tide. That's how it started to rain a bit and be a bit dribbly. I said he's spitting on it and put my smock on. I hate wearing them smocks. The old boy Kelly, put your smock on, and I hate them. They're so restrictive. I got my neck clean and smock on, but when you put your waterproof smock on, that restricts it too much, and I ain't a great fan. Well, it ain't raining too hard, it's only spitting, so that'll be fine. The old chap just getting the nets ready. I don't know if we're shooting 2 fleets of nylons today or not, but they're obviously the 2-inch nylons, what we use this time of year, sunk nets. Maybe a bit of rain, but it's lovely on those calm days like this. You can motor along. Ain't got to worry about any waves or porpoising or anything. Bloody lovely. The old chap's just getting the nets together. Look at that, we're going to shoot 2 fleets of 10 sunk nets in 1 string, 1 fleet. That's his favourite on this corner. You can't do it on the flood, do it on the flood tide, and the nets go round in seconds, go along the tide. But on the ebb, if you shoot on the ebb tide with a fleet, that go lovely round this corner and fish perfectly across the tide for several miles. That's the actual fish lovely. But because how the tide runs so hard around this corner, you have got to shoot the gear the wrong way. Normally you shoot gear so the outside is angled into the tide. But on this corner, because that tide runs so hard, you've got to shoot it opposite. If anyone has got any budgies or aviary birds, they should get down the beach now. As we're motoring along, they're just white cuttlefish bones showing everywhere. There's hundreds or thousands of them. We've had a prolonged spell of easterly wind that's pushed all the cuttle ashore. Alright, a few of them have been floating around the sea for months, they've got a bit green or algae, but the majority of them are lovely. There's thousands along the beach. It'd cost you a fortune if you bought them in pet shops. But we ain't got a parrot anymore. Poor little bugger fell off his perch, so to speak, so we don't need him anymore. Not that he liked him anyway. Well, we're now going around Yarmouth Point. That's a favourite amongst anglers, because that is deep water. That's the deepest water around here, close to the shore. With 100 yards of the beach, you're in 40 odd foot of water. The only problem is the tide runs so hard, you can't fish it very easily. So what you do is you cast out about 30 yards and just fish on the edge of it. Used to get plenty of cod on the beach here years ago. Used to cast like 20-30 yards out and fish on the edge of that deep water, and it's lovely little cod come through here. But unfortunately it's all a thing of the past now. Global warming's put pay to that. But just remember the good old days, can't you? Well, we're now getting ready to shoot. I don't use the plotter, I always go to the old man's favourite landmark. There's a building on the Yarmouth seafront with a big gable end on it, and we always shoot at the gable end, always have done. You have. Alright, we ain't quite there, I'm getting told off. I'm looking at the plotter. See, look. 30 yards. That make a lot of difference. I'm just going by the plots on the old previous tracks on the plotter. We were there. Alright. I've been naughty. We're not, you agree we're there now? I thought we were going to shoot there, that's why we turned round. But I was 30 yards out. There's a good bit of tide in here, isn't there? You up here now, up here. 30 yards. Alright, I'll turn around then. Laser down. Laser down, it's looking too far out. Ready with that yet? Going over lovely as always. So If you missed it before, we're shooting 2 fleets tied together of 2-inch sunk nylon error nets. I'm on the ebb tide, but we're shooting to the north because of that corner. That's a perfect shoot here. You can shoot on that gable and you head for the most southerly wind turbine, and that's perfect every time. See, the wind turbines are good for something. Something different to it? What's that? Never normally ease up. Gotta get us long whilst we shot. You always shoot with one big fleet, do we? Well, it's been a while since we shot on there. It's been a while since we shot on there tide, isn't it? Yeah. Less colour in the water. Still look nice though, doesn't it? They look more like heron water, doesn't it? There's like several different colours of water. When that's really thick and muddy, that's more like sprat water. You get sprats in it. When it's just like milky coffee, that's more like heron water. And when it's clear, that's sheer as pea, and you don't get no heron. I don't know how well you can see them next behind us, but you could put a rule on them. Coming near the end, isn't it? Yeah, each net is about 33 yards long. So it's like 660 yards of netting. It's a good distance. Hang on these. Yeah. And there she go, the last down. We now just motor run, back on the gear, back in shore. But they all look nice, shot lovely. I can't see any tangled up. You sometimes get the odd one or two, you can't help it. That's part and parcel of sunk gear. You get the odd one frap up. But oh, the one there, probably that blue one there is probably a little bit tangled, but you can live with that. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's loads of runners on the beach. They're keen on a Saturday morning having a run, aren't they? I would join them, but I've got a couple of issues. One, I'm fat. Two, I can't run. And three, I smashed my leg to pieces years ago, so I can't run anyway. But good luck to them. Everyone's keen and fit and eager nowadays, isn't they? The things like the gym and stuff. Well, right in the beach, there's no marks, but we're about a fleet out now and there's a few heron marks in here, but there was nothing before. Right tight to the first 3 or 4 nets off the beach, there ain't nothing, but there's a few marks. We're about 10 nets off now, so that might be interesting. Well, we're now sitting on the outside end and look at all them bloody heron. There's tons. Obviously they're all deep in the water and our gear's only like 20 foot deep, but look at that. There's a lot of bloody heron there. If they lift, that'll be good day's cleaning. But obviously that shallow up as you go through, it's quite a shallow part. In another few hundred yards of drifting, that'll all be like 20 foot deep. But they're fishing lovely, they are. Well, the old weather's warmed up the last couple of days. I think it's about 10-11 degrees today and no wind. It's lovely sitting out here having a coffee. Normally it can be bloody freezing out here, perishing. The wind cut through you, but now that wind's warmed up, that's alright. See, look, the old man's splashing out. Think he's in Spain and he got his woolly hat on. There's a nice load of fish on the plot. Let's hope we get a few, but they are low boxes, aren't they? You can never tell. Well, them fish are starting to lift, so we better have a look on just in case. That could be tons of them little tiny heron what we had issues with all winter. You think you'd tons of heron down into all them little tiny ones that go through the gear, but we'll have a quick look on just in case. We've got 20 nets out, you can easily get plenty of fish in them. I ain't particularly worried at the minute though, I've got to admit. There's just a seal swimming away from our gear. That'll tell you two things. Either there's plenty of fish in there, it's had a feed and moving on, or there's bugger all in it. Who knows? Yeah, we're just going to have a little look on, see if there's any swimming. They said a couple of nets have gone around with the tide, ain't fishing particularly well, but we'll have a look on, see if there's any fish there. Oh yeah, colours dropped out of the water like hell. Hey! There's a few there, isn't there? Look at that! What's that? Plenty of fish there. Better run these, let me. There look loads of fish there to me. We better start running these. We're going to be knee deep. Well, we're now going to run these fish. There's look tons there. Underneath. There's only a shallow net on the end. A lot of fish here. Fine, Dad, stop worrying. The dead ain't going to go anywhere. I wouldn't. Ain't no selected ones here. You're kidding. I thought there'd be a few in here today. And a very good angle, is it, for you boys and girls? Let's get this a bit better for you. Ah, all the fur now they disappeared. No, they ain't. They're picked up again. They are deep in the gear, but there's still plenty there, isn't there? Nice to see a few, Aaron. They are deep and they're a bit patchy as well, aren't they? This is the end they weren't fishing, isn't it? They've gone round with the tide. There's a few right in the low, isn't there? This is a deeper net. I don't know if you heard Dad saying these nets are 120 mesh deep. They're 6 score, they're deeper nets. A bit patchy, isn't he? Maybe when you've got that shallow water, there might be a little more. But there's enough, isn't there? I thought they looked heavy on the old pallets. Nice to get a food fish, isn't it? It's been a poor old winter, isn't it, so far? I ain't seen a good one anywhere, were you? It's obviously the first of the spring heron run. I thought they might turn up as soon as all this crap weather get done and dusted. They ain't that thick though, are they, really? No. Might be a food, depends how many we get. There might be a food for the anglers today. It's hard to tell with these how many there is in it. Wish I'd put my back support on today. I normally bring it when there's a lot of heron. The joys of getting old and broken. This amount all the way through be plenty though, wouldn't it? I got to the top there, haven't he? Little shimmer of fish going right to the top of the gear. They've disappeared out of the lowers and gone through the nets. That ain't a bad thing, it'll make it easy to clean them when they're throughout the gear. Lovely to see them, innit? I thought if you didn't get nothing this morning, I'd go out in my boat this afternoon, but I don't think I'll be doing that now. I'm cleaning these all afternoon. second. Thinned out a little, haven't they? Are they? Fine. They're lively now, aren't they? Fishing to beat that one, that's around the pellet, isn't it? Still no shortage, is there? That's what that seal some away, that was full up, wasn't it? There's odd patches where they're swimming up the net, isn't there, like here? But not many, is there? It's a little bit quick, you know. I don't know, another seal now swimming in. Well, it's about a fish, they don't really go in your arm, do they? You can all get a feed. Yeah, there's still 0.6 knots of tide, and I look, tons of fish on the plotter. Halfway yet, are we? Lovely to see though, plenty of herring. Anglers and everyone be happy. Getting thicker, isn't he? What's that? Yeah. Kidder. You always get a kidder near the gill. They always get thick, I don't know why. They always do, don't they? Look at them, they're starting to get low there, aren't they? They ain't gone down, but they're looking low, aren't they? What's that? No, not now they ain't. That pink one looked low, is halfway down that. That's funny how some points are all the way through the nets and other points are just around the red line. Innit? Plenty of fish here, there, wasn't there? No shortage. Not then, start to go down, aren't they? Yeah. Look how close them ones are to the top of the nets. Them ones there, like, they're only 6 inches of the top. Like. We'll be having quite a late one tonight, won't we? I'm glad we come on the early tide, not the late one. We've been doing it all night, won't we? One more net to halfway. Quite a lot of them have fallen out, haven't they? It doesn't matter, they make it easy, doesn't it? You've got to pull them out. But the spent, they still look the right errand, don't they? What's that? Yeah. What's that? There doesn't seem to be no difference in fish even after a tiny bit bigger to it. Glad you come on the end of the day, one because it's early, and two, they might not have swum on the flood, mightn't they? No, heron and more heron. Thanks to a single sprat, a whiting, anything, are you? No, I haven't seen a pilched either, or smelt, or anything. And that's halfway, boys and girls. There's plenty of fish there, isn't there? No shortage. A 2 foot pile. I thought some of these would have sunk here much or something getting these, but they're not all the way through though, are they? Big lean, so don't stand on the fish. That is strange, you never seem to get any other species in this sort of gear, really. Well, this time of year you don't seem to. Then again, you don't really get many white ones in them, really. Not that you want white ones at all. I can see the price is dropping now, can't you? Yeah, sometimes the prices drop to 50p a kilo. After take them, the VAT and the dues and box hire and security, you only get 27p out of 50, so that's when we pack up doing it, because it ain't worth doing this for 27p a kilo. But see how it pan out this year. Depending what trawlers come up here and that sort of thing. There aren't many people do this sort of fishing anymore. That's blast from the past. Herring, drift netting. I do the all trawl stuff now. Well, they catch 6, 8, 10, 12 ton a trip. So and all they have to do is pour out the trawl. Well, all these have to be picked out by hand, so it's a lot more time consuming. We'll fish this side, I think. That'll be the other side of the boat. There ain't no shortage of them, that's for certain. Well, now it get like this, the herring will be like this all spring now. That's weird, that there's hardly any decent herring in the autumn. And then when it comes to the spring, when all the spents come through, there's bloody tons of them. So it makes sense to do it. Most have been deep though, haven't they, really?
Yeah. All swimmers consider this front on here.
Yeah.
When did they go in?
I don't know. But some of them are still a bit lively, because herring are a bit wishy-washy old things, they soon die. sun's still alive and kicking, isn't there? There's still 0.8, 0.9 knots of tide, but looking at that plotter, the heron have gone down a bit. But we're in 30 foot of water now. That's that seal soon gone, wasn't it? Had a belly full, didn't it? Thinned out a little. I've been there ages. You can tell when a heron's been in there ages. One, they're dead, and two, they get all like sediment stick to them, so they look dirty brown colour. Of course, there's tons of mud around here, sediment in the water. That's why the waters are dirty. Bless you.
Bird flu.
I don't think you got bird flu, not quite yet. That sounds lively. What's that?
The trees come from.
Yeah. Wind's picked up a bit, innit? Ain't nothing to worry about though, is it? Yeah. Well, if anyone like Aaron for bait or whatever, today's the day. Seals is swimming around inside. Must be having a lay up. So just all the Aaron. Hard to judge how many of these here, isn't it? Well, they're small Aaron, aren't they? 60, 70 stone, do you reckon? Too far, do you reckon? Got to be in there. You could end up with 100 then. There's no shortage of heron, that's for certain. Thinned out a little, haven't they? Are they? need a bit more fun. They're lively now, aren't they? Fishing to deep that one, S. Wearing a pellet in it. Still no shortage, is there? That's what sealed some away, that's full up, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There's odd patches where they're swimming up the net, isn't there, like here? But not many, is there? Still a bit quick at night. I don't know, another seal now swimming in. Well, that's about a fish, they don't want you doing your arm, do they? You can all get a feed. Yeah, still 0.6 knots of tide. Look, tons of fish on the plotter. There doesn't seem to be so many herring in these inside nets, do there? I'm just trying to stand over the big hump of fish. Look at that. Gives those quite a few pellets, the net round them. As soon as you get a bit of food fish in them, that then pull them out. You always get a food tangled, you can't help it. But as soon as the herring die, they obviously sink. They'll start to pick up again now, aren't they? But just say, mate, just spread through the gear a bit more. Four nets to go roughly, is that? So we're 3/4 of the way done. There doesn't look hardly any fish on the inside, is there, on this shot? What's that? 3. We get about 100, so that's enough now, isn't it? More than enough. They haven't been mega thick, the herring, but there's enough there. There's enough for what you want, really. I'm sure that'll give the market a good spank until the prices will drop. Normally do when you start getting this amount, doesn't it? Got the easy 100 stood in there. Do you reckon? You say 75 in here now, or in total? Can't move. There and everywhere. I'm twisting my back all and food tumbled, didn't they? There's a few tumbling along the net, so I just grabbed it and lifted it aboard. Got to come to the gill. Well, young George Williams was off in his little boat. He'd shoot a couple of nets just to learn the trade. I thought he'd be back by now if he was getting tons like this. He don't want many herring anyway, do he? I can't see him. They're definitely thinner on the inside, aren't they? What do you think? Doesn't have up there, is that pellet is tangled up. Yeah, see, no herring. Pellet was tangled up. You get the odd one or two, that's just life. And they start getting a few more again. Lucky last. That's a shallow net, that's an E5 score deep, 100 meshes deep. Still a few herring in it though. How level it is hard to do, but hard to get level right when they stand the same side, isn't it? Well, we've got 2 lots of pellets, haven't we? And that's the done. Yeah, the old boy's gagging for a pee. Well, they're now all hauled. You can see there's a few, probably a box or so fell out. That's hard to see, it's only here, but I think there's 100 stone. The old chap reckon there's about 75. But there's plenty there. The last net didn't have much in it, so it doesn't look so much. Obviously there's 20 nets there, and there's quite a... They weren't really heaving. Basically each fleet, to sink them, take about 100 stone a fleet. So they weren't sunk, but I reckon there's about 100 stone there. The old boy reckon there's about 75, but we'll see when we get back and cleaned. Odds on favourite, eh? Well, now us getting near slack water. There's only half a knot of tide. Them fish are definitely depleted. There's a lot more than that. The old screen was filled before, but there still looked plenty of fish there. But nothing like there was. Well, we're now steaming back and the tide's eased. All the colours totally dropped out of the water. Alright, compared to the pit guys on the south coast, that's like mud. But around here, that colour's right dropped out. Still motoring them lovely, going along the beach. Obviously, because there's quite a bit of weight in the boat, that'll slow you right down, but that doesn't matter. That's nice to have a boat full of fish, that's what matters. You don't come out here to not catch fish. I know I am a bit speed greedy, but speed don't come over fish. Now I get back and there's a tractor, it's been too far away. The old chap's a stubborn old bugger. I bought him a brand new electric pump. I bought him the fitting to go through the side of the boat, and he still wouldn't use it, and he prefers his manual hand pump. People get set in the ways. You do like your manual hand pump, don't you?
Yeah, keep him fit.
Keep him fit, you reckon? So that's right, when you get past a certain age, if you don't use it, you lose it. Then again, it's like when you go cycling with his Lycra and do 100 miles a week, you keep yourself lovely and fit. Unlike me, I don't think I could do it, so I'm little fat and ginger. Well, that's 2 sets of pellets today, as there's a bit of weight in her. There's no point in struggling if you don't have to. Well, we're slowly cleaning the herring out the nets. Cleaned a few boxes already, slowly going. Keep the old boy busy, doesn't it? I'm just stopped for a cup of tea. But there's still a few in the boot. Careful, stand on the boxes of grass with tit. But there's plenty of fell out. We had to haul the nets the wrong way, so a lot of them have fell out in the boot. That's not a bad thing. Save us picking them out, doesn't it? There must be a box or 2 lying on the floor of the boot. Well, we're all clean now. There's a few boxes here. And ones underneath, like these ones, are full. They've got about 7-8 stone in, so you're going to have to decant them. Same as that one. How much is in that one?
Over 40, isn't it?
Mm.
Not much of it, as I spoke to.
Then ones in the bottom were filled up. They're a bit too full. But that's probably about a 6 stone box. But all the rest of them, the ones underneath, we've overfilled them a bit. So we're now going to clean all them out. And weigh them all up into 40 kilo boxes.
This one's a 40.
Job's a good one. He's a good old boy. He's just got the brush and the hose pipe, just giving the boxes a quick rinse. They all get covered in scales and snot and look a mess, so you just go around them and tidy them up a bit. Obviously that is food at the end of the day, so you got to be presentable. So you just hose them around the edge of the boxes to get all the loose scales and slime off. Make everything look a bit more presentable. Well, they're now all weighed up in various amounts of weight, from 40s to 30s to 15 kilos, obviously for the small boys. And now you're going to take me over to Lowestoft Fish Market in a little while. Anyway, well, I hope you enjoyed it. It's finally nice to get your food fish. Catch you later, boys and girls. Have fun. Bye.